Hey guys, Movie Hero here. It's been a bit of a while since I've done a video, essentially sorry about that, but big movie coming out soon, Captain America Civil War. It's made by the same guys who made The Winter Soldier, so it's probably going to be good, but that's not the reason why I've decided to make this video. On the internet basically, there's a bit of a sub-question going on right now concerning the movie. There are two sides, and who do you side with? Team Stark or Team Rogers? Iron Man or Captain America? Now, I'm going to tell you what side I'm on. I've chosen the side, and it's not like partial towards character or anything like that. I have what I believe in, basically, shows what side I would choose. But the first thing I want to establish is what I will be basing my judgment on is this. This is the original Civil War storyline, the main one. The one the movie's supposedly based on, although we all know it's not. Because Disney have decided to tone it down quite a bit so it can fit in with their little timeline. The problem with this is they've made it about Steve trying to convince Tony that Bucky's not that such of a bad guy. That's the problem. That's what vibe I get from the trailers. But Civil War as a concept really needs at least 2 movies and build up to make sure you get the full detail of what happens in this. What they're trying to do is they're trying to do it in one movie, which in my opinion at least is impossible. So in my mind, because I love this, I really do like this book a lot, it's going to be difficult to recapture my love for that, so I believe the movie's going to be a bit of a letdown in my opinion. But it's going to be good, it's going to be good for a Marvel movie, but it's going to be a bit of a letdown in my opinion. So I'm going to tell you in a few seconds why I've chosen to side with this person, and it's a question, who do you believe in? Do you believe it's worth continuing on as a hero but having your identity revealed, or do you choose to continue with hero but have your identity secret and then you also become a rebel? So that's the question presented by Civil War, which is a really good question. It's a dark story. It was in response to some early stuff that happened in the 2000s, which nobody likes to talk about that much. But it's a good story. It's worth a read. So in a few seconds I'll be telling you which side I'm on and why. Hashtag Team Stark for life, baby. Yep, that's right, I am on Team Iron Man, Team Stark. And you want to know why? Well, I'll tell you why simply in these next few minutes. So, imagine this scenario. There is a man in the world who, with one single punch, can hit you with the power of 10 exploding suns. You've got the picture in your head? Yeah? So, now imagine that man is wandering around the world freely, doing whatever the bloody hell he wants. Would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with letting your family, your friends, anyone else you care about, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, walk around freely, knowing this man might come along and do something evil, wrong, anything like that, and injure one of your loved ones? Don't you want the people that are there, the police, the government, to know where this man is, so they can keep you safe? That's what I want. I think that people, well, how to say this, but if there's someone with massive power, you need to know where that person is, because I don't want my closest people to die because the government was not keeping tabs on one man with the power to wipe out an entire town or city. So let's have you imagine a different scenario. So say you're there trying to stop a armed robbery, and there's one of you, or so it's 2, and there's a good, I don't know, massively 70 people, all with armed guns that could kill you within 5 seconds if they saw you. Does that seem like fair to you? And if they did see you and they started to get hostile, they would kill people, and you could have nobody to help you with, nobody to help you with stopping that problems. By saying yes to superhero registration, you're basically saying I would like the government's help, in a way. So instead of you and your partner or whatever going in solo by yourselves, you would say can go by yourself if you want to, but you might also have a perimeter around of security. Be that anyone tries to kill anyone or escape, there's someone there to catch them immediately. And it's always good to just not be on the wrong side of the law, in any sense. I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, it's all about my opinion about stuff, but you need help in what I'm saying. If you say yes to the registration, you might, it's a complicated issue, but I just think you need always more. It's better to try to catch someone the first time and not let anyone die, rather than catch a few of that person's associates and let people die in the first place. This might be the big one for me. It basically comes down to, it's quite logical in a sense. Imagine this, again going back to scenarios, but say you live in London, New York, Washington DC, anywhere where superheroes can fight and do battle with villains or whatever. And imagine your car. You love this car to bits. Perhaps maybe you built it yourself, and you love this car to bits. And it's perfect. And then a superhero comes down, like Thor, Hulk, Miss Marvel, anyone like that who can pick up a car, picks it up and then throws it at and villains, say like a giant robot. Have you not got a right to be annoyed about that? Seriously? Have you not got a right to demand, say, compensation for it? Because in the pre-registration world, that was it. If your property got damaged in there, it'd be just like tough shit. But with this, you will get maybe a new car, maybe compensation, maybe alternate housing while they rebuild your place if that got messed up. It's great. And in a nutshell, also, if people are registering their rights and saying that, oh, well look at me, essentially, say, oh, people know my identity, oh, they can come and find me, oh. Seriously. Going back to earlier, you have the power of 10 explaining suns, and so people's rights stop being their rights when they come into conflict with other people's rights. That's how the system normally works. Essentially, so take smoking inside, for example, smoking in a public restaurant. People used to be allowed to do that for a while, but then the government realised that just because one person wants to smoke, I'm not saying anything wrong with smoking or anything like that, by the way, but if someone wants to smoke, and that's fine, but why should the person sitting next to you, or sitting opposite from you, or sitting in the same room as you, why should they have to maybe damage their health, or, once again, not saying that, but why should they have to damage their health if you want to? It's not their choice, they don't have to do that, it's not their fault. So that's what happens when, and that's why nobody is allowed to smoke inside general housing anymore, like restaurants or anywhere like that. It's the moment when your rights discorrect with other people's rights. That's when they stop, well, just being, to explain, I don't really go this political sort of thing, even though it's not political, it's fake, but it's just, your rights stop being your rights when they get into other people's space and lives and stuff like that. And that's another reason why. That's maybe the biggest reason why. This last point is kind of difficult to explain, really. Take the police, for example. The police serve as protectors from criminals, alcoholics, anyone like that. That's fine and good, but the thing is, the police, they are not above the law. They are enforcing the law, but they're not above the law. Nobody is. So inside the police, you have these rules, you have these guidelines that stop them from abusing the power, really, given to them. They have the ability to take people into arrest. They have the ability to, you know what the police do. And the same thing can be said with the army, the navy, the air force, anyone. They all have a set of rules. They all have limitations about what they can do with what's given to them. Whereas if you look at the X-Men, the Avengers, Fantastic Four, any of them, any group, they also serve as a protector. So shouldn't they have a kind of job as well, like a set of rules, set of guidelines that they should have to obey to stop them using their power? Because what if the Avengers, for example, they're powerful, they've got gods and monsters and beings that can control magic, they've got all sorts of stuff there. So what happens if they go onto the wrong side or anything like that? Surely we should have limitations to what they could do, and if they don't do what they do, they must be punished. Not in the death sort of way, that's a bit extreme, unless it's like some kind of big murder, but that's a topic for another day. I'm thinking like a bit of imprisonment. You're not allowed to use your powers for a set amount of time, depending on what you've done. But it seems fair that anyone else with the duty to protect has a certain amount of rules. So why can't we enforce, well, not necessarily enforce, but bring in rules for the others as well? Everyone's equal. That's how democracy works. Everyone's equal, everyone gets a vote. Everyone gets a chance to have their say. So, no one is really above each other, even like guys like the Prime Minister, because they don't last forever. If we don't like them, we get rid of them in a few years. They're only allowed 2 times as Prime Minister. Then they have to leave to stop themselves abusing the power. So the same can be said for superheroes. Like, you can't just keep having this power with no limits. So that really sums up why I'm on Team Stark. I believe in everyone being the same. I believe in rights of other people. So, the question to you is, who are you with? Do you want to keep your identity secret? But this will mean you'll go rogue? Or do you want to choose the side I'm on, and you will lose your identity if that happens, but you will gain the support of the people, you will not be intervening with other people's rights, it'll be just better for you, in my opinion. So leave down in the comment what you want, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks very much for watching, and let's hope the movie's alright.